Hello and welcome back to Brawl on Magic the Gathering Arena, and happy Final Fantasy Day for yesterday. What a fantastic day it was until we had major crashes, and that was bad. Last night it was really frustrating. It was down for probably over an hour. Yeah, a lot of people flooded the servers, but that's okay. It fixed itself in the end, and I was able to get my daily task done for yesterday. And I spent all my gold on getting packs because I love buying packs. But today we are going to be playing with Cloud, Midgar Mercenary. He is a 2-1, and when he enters the battlefield, you search your library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. And as long as it is equipped when he attacks, if there's a trigger an ability that triggers from an equipment, then it triggers an additional time. So this deck has lots of good stuff in it. We've got equipment to stop it from being able to be blocked if the opponent has a non-basic land. We've got some equipment that gives us lifelink, vigilance, flying, double strike, death touch, trample, all of that good stuff. And then we've also got stuff that will give us treasure tokens when we attack. Or we can destroy a creature. We've also got a lot of support for Cloud in the guise of we've got Boromir, which will hopefully make him indestructible if we can, if we need to, and it will also stop those pesky Coatis decks from being able to play any of my cards for free. Then we've also got cards to make our creatures bigger, like Luminar Aspirant. We've got some removal, like Swords to Plowshare, and we've got a board wipe in the form of Day of Judgment. We've also got ways to make Cloud even bigger with Virtue of Loyalty, which can put +1/+1 counters on at the beginning of end step. We've got Roaming Throne, which will double anything that a human does, and we've also got creatures that their power increases with each equipment we have, such as Adelbert Steiner. So yeah, we've got some great stuff here. Is it gonna work? I don't know, but we shall find out. So with that all being said, let's get going. So I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. Our daily task today is to play white spells, and it's a beautiful 750 gold. So I'm very happy with that. Cloud is my boy. Final Fantasy VII is my game. I got it on the PS1 when the PS1 came out. And yeah, is this deck going to work? I don't know. But I'm going to have fun playing with Cloud, even though he's not wearing his dress. So the question is, and this is the most important question, smash or pass with Cloud? And it has to be a big old smash, 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 smash. And we're playing against VV Aeronaut here, which we're going to see a lot of today. I think it's probably the most, and we've got no equipment in our hand, but we have Cavern of Souls. We're playing against the blue deck, so I imagine that's going to come in handy. So I am going to keep this hand. Yes, VV is going to be, we're going to see this quite a number of times today. So add X mana in any combination of blue and or red, where X is VV Aeronaut's power. Activate only during your turn and only once each turn. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on VV Aeronaut, and it deals 1 damage to each opponent. So it's going to get beefy very quickly. The question is, are they going to have lots of counters? I don't know, but we'll name human because that's the most prominent, and we're going to get him down on the board. We've got Leyline Axe in here as well, so if we start the game with that, then we can have it on the battlefield. I'm not going to play that, although I'd love to put Ultima Weapon on him. I think we just need something that's fairly cheap. Let's go for, it would have Trample and Lifelink, so let's go for, or do we want a bit of protection for him? We're going to get Goldvein Pick, because that's going to get us treasures. We can attach it to him next turn, which will make him a 3-2. He's going to be a 0-3, so yeah, I think that's possibly the best thing. Now you see they've left the counters up, which makes me believe... So this is going to give me life, and equipped creature gets +1/+1. Yeah, I'm going to play it. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. They've got a counter spell. Yeah. No, they've got a Cyclonic Rift. We'll just return that to the hand. Fine. That's fine. I'll play it next turn and equip that straight away. And because it's still only 2 mana, it's still cheap. Ooh, Patriarch's Humiliation. I like that. So we're going to tap that for a white and tap you, and we'll play that. That's only 1 to equip. So I'm going to pay it. I'm not going to give you the draw. And let's go for First Strike, Vigilance and Trample, +2/+0. Or do we want to make him indestructible? Good question. So that's going to be 1 less to cast, but it's got hexproof from mono-coloured. Yeah, we'll go for that next turn. And we'll play that now. And you can draw 1 card, I guess. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I can't attack with Cloud this turn anyway. So, yeah, we'll attach Goldvein and get another land down, and we'll see where we stand then. Okay, Shadowspear. That's going to be able to have the ability to stop it from... do I want to hit VV with... Yeah, we're probably going to hit that. So that's going to cost 3. Yoink. And then we're going to yoinkus on that. And then we're going to yoinkus on that. And get rid of his ability. You can draw another card, that's fine. So if we can just keep sorting out VV, then hopefully we might be able to win this game. So we're going to get 2 treasure tokens. So let's get down Ocelot Pride. Maybe I should have played White Mage Staff there actually. Still got to get used to this deck in order in which to play things, so we'll see. If he attacks with VV, I'm not going to defend. I could put Felidar Retreat down. That will also give Cloud Vigilance. What you got? What are you going to do? They're thinking about it. Proft, which is going to draw them an extra card, and whenever they draw an extra card they can add a +1/+1 counter. I think I'm going to, whenever this creature attacks you, gain 1 life and is a cleric in addition, and it gives it a +1/+1. So I'm going to, depending on what we draw, so they're going to have lifelink, and it's going to be a big beefy boy. And I think they're going to hold back from attacking. What would be great is could I do both? So that's going to be 5. which we have. And I think they would. I'm going to play that. I'm not going to pay the one, so you can draw your card. And let's get a +1/+1 put on Cloud. I'm going to add this one, and again I'm not going to pay the one. And I can put another +1/+1 counter onto you. And then I'm going to attack with Cloud, which is going to give me another 2 tokens. They may defend just to get rid of that the ability blocker. So at least we've got a speck of a head start on VV there. If we get a land, I will get Felidar retreating. If not, I will put the Wandering Emperor in and give it first strike. Ideally, it would be great to give Cloud Vigilance. That would stop any attack. They've got no mana held up, but there are 3 counter spells that they could use. Okay, so that's becoming a bit of a chonkus. Let's get you down. I'm going to auto pay that, that's fine. And then we're going to get the lands, which is going to give them all +1/+1. And then I'm going to attack with you. Cloud now has Vigilance. For this turn at least anyway. I'm going to get those 2 treasures, and then I'm going to put another +1/+1 on Cloud, and +1/+1 on Ocelot. Then I'm going to play the Wandering Emperor. No, you can have your card. And I'm going to put +1/+1 counter on you. Even though it already has first strike. But next turn I can give Cloud first strike, and fingers crossed we can give him that protection. Also, if they do manage to get rid of Cloud, then next time he comes in, I will search for the Ultima weapon, which will give Cloud +7/+7. I've also got creatures in here that will allow me to equip a equipment for free. Okay, so Vivi's getting a bit beefier. They're going to cast something which is going to make him even bigger. Okay, interesting. And I'll obviously give Cloud first strike, so if they don't attack this turn with that 7/8, then they can't defend next turn. Hopefully there'll be another land so we can give him Vigilance again. Okay, so the question would be, do I protect Cloud? I mean, I guess I could just chump block with this. and then attach the White Mage's staff to Cloud next turn. Start gaining that life. If they do attack, that will free up Ocelot Pride to be able to attack. They do have Trample, so if they did attack the Planeswalker, they would kill it this turn. Because I'm not willing to get rid of Ocelot Pride, my token generator. But then I could defend with all three. Yeah.
Big mistake. I'll be back.
Fair, totally fair. Oh, I can't get it. Ah, it's got hexproof. Okay, we're going to equip that to Cloud. No land, unfortunately. I am going to attack. I'm going to go for it. Cloud still will only be 4 to play, and I gain those 2 life. Yeah, I didn't think they were going to block this turn. They are going to get 9 life this turn. I'm going to get 2 treasures. I may as well sacrifice that and get some more life, and then that's going to get me some cats, some kitty cats. Let's go. So we've now got a couple of trump blockers. We can't really do much about VV because of the trample. But I don't think he's got vigilance. So if he attacks, that's going to free me up to do quite a bit of damage. It's a lot of mana. They do have a lot of mana. What are they going to do with it though? That's the question. Exile the top 8 cards of your library and may cast instant and sorcery spells with mana value X or less from among them without paying their mana cost. This is where Boromir would have been beautiful. Oh, an extra turn. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Why doesn't that surprise me? They're going to do 14 damage and that's it. Good game. There's nothing we can do about that. They're going to attack this turn and then take another turn. So yeah, good game. Well done, VV. I hate you already and it's only been a day. Oh. Alright, let's try this again. At least we're getting some of our our white stuff spells down so we can get that 750 gold. Next up on the Mastery Pass is we're going to get 3 packs, which will be nice. I'm really hoping for more mythic wildcards because I would love to get Zephyroth. The next Brawl is going to be on Thursday. What day is it today? Wednesday. So Friday. Ugin. So Ugin, when that comes into the battlefield, likes to exile and destroy your stuff, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. But we do have Planar Disruption, so we can stop his ability. He'll kill one thing, so I am going to be saving that. They're going to be doing a lot of ramping, I imagine, for the next few turns. So this is where we try and get big, beefy, get Cloud out quickly, get Cloud some protection. So if I give him hexproof, that will protect him until my turn. So let's get Cloud down. We'll search for that hexproof card, which is gonna be Swiftfoot Boots. So yes, they will destroy the Swiftfoot Boots, but Cloud will still be alive, and that's the important thing. And then once Ugin comes down on my turn, I can play Plane of Disruption. Here's the problem with Ugin. Once it comes in, it exiles target permanent, so they will target the swords to the Swiftfoot Boots. Then when you pay with colourless mana, you can exile another thing. So I think we're going to attach you to you now to give it at least one bit of protection. Next is we're going to get Flowering of the White Tree, I think. Just to give it that bit more. We can also destroy an artifact or creature, so I'm going to save that. An artifact or enchantment, so I'm going to keep that up as well. I'm going to do Waystone's Guidance, which is a fantastic card that will give stuff mobilize. And then we're going to attack with 4. None of our equipment that we've got attached to Cloud at the minute has an ability that triggers, so yeah, we're not doing too well. Next turn, I'm going to get rid of Rune cards. Just to slow them down a bit. So that's going to have mobilize, and we're going to get rid of that. So that's going to just slow them down, hopefully stop Ugin from coming out this turn. And there we go, another 4 damage done. Okay, so they've got the Ornithopter of Paradise. So let's get down Command Tower. The thing is, I would play Roaming Throne, but it doesn't have any. So let's make it an 8/6 for now, and let's just try and get some more damage in. What are they going to do here? And we've done it. We've beat Ugin. Yeah, Ugin, do one. First win of the day. Absolutely fantastic. Really pleased with that. Oh, that felt good. I love beating Ugin. Love beating blue decks, and I love beating Ugin. So 250 gold, and we've got the 275 XP. I think giving Cloud first strike, beautiful, chef's kiss. I think it's too much for them to get rid of. If they had managed to get rid of Cloud beforehand, I would have played it again to fetch the other haste enabler, and we would have been laughing. So let's go in again. Who are we going to get this time? So we've faced an Ugin, we've faced a VV. I think we're going to see a lot of VV today, but we're facing Lightning, Army of 1, which I'm not sure what she does, so we'll have a look. I'm going to keep this hand. We've got Authority of Consuls to slow them down a bit. We can make Cloud bigger, and we've got Dragonfire Blade, which will give Cloud protection from monocoloured. Most of red and white removal spells are monocoloured. So it's First Strike, Trample and Lifelink. Whenever Lightning deals combat damage to a player until your next turn, if a source would deal damage to that player or a permanent that player controls, it deals double that damage. Okay, good card. So let's get Consul down. Just going to slow them down that spec. Allow me to get Cloud in. And again, we will search for... I think Vigilance is going to be key. So I'm going to have a look for a Vigilance card. Yeah, Soul Splash there straight away. Fair. I can still search for that equipment though. So we want to give the equipment Vigilance. Okay. Let's get you out. Okay, I've slowed them down, they've definitely slowed me down. So next turn we'll get Sword of Vengeance down, I think. Prepping for the next time that Cloud comes down. We may as well, while we've got no while they've got no creatures on board. The reason I put Lamb in this deck is obviously there are a lot of cards in this deck that are not creatures. So in fact, I'm going to slow them down even more.
Anyone who harms my people.
There you go, and then we can give
My judgment
Cloud
is
+1/+1 next turn, unless they manage to destroy it this turn. Okay, brilliant. So let's play you. We're going to search for another equipment, and that's going to be, let's make him hexproof.
strike fast and strike hard.
So does he make everything cost more? That's annoying. No, it is a 2. Silly me. So I can no longer cast spells on their turn. They're going to kill that. That's fine. Now they are tapped. Let's get Lamb out. Let's get Swift Boots out. Now we've got some blockers. I'm not going to block. They've got First Strike and they've got Trample, so there's no point. That's okay. So I'm going to play Cloud. And we're going to get do we want to create those treasure tokens? Let's create treasure tokens, I think. I may as well attack. And let's start bringing their life total back down. Still got that 26 life, which is good. But they're going to get double damage this turn. And I think this is the one where 3 cards attack. They draw cards. Yeah, we're getting very overwhelmed. They're going very wide. Is this deck good? My deck is not amazing. So this turn we can start. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. I mean, at least I'm getting life back. Oh no, maybe I am going to. I'm not going to block. No blocks. Yeah, I think they were going too wide, too quick, too fast. Great commander that is. GG, Lightning. That was good. Got thrashed. Absolutely thrashed. Okay, but we've still got some spells played to go to our daily task. They were just too quick. Killing Cloud every opportunity just slowed us right down. I know I was getting the life with the tokens coming in, but it just wasn't enough in the end, and that double damage and double combat phases was just too much. But yeah, GG, and I had no protection for flying. So this time we're going against Phylath, World Sculptor. So we've got 3 planes. We're going to be able to hopefully have land walk. We've got some token generation. We can create more tokens and hopefully make cloud bigger. So let's keep this hand. So we've got Firelathwad Sculptor. When Firelathwad Sculptor enters, creates a 0/1 green plant creature token for each basic land you control. Whenever a land you control enters, put 4 1/1 counters on target plant. Okay, so they're going to get big, they're going to get beefy, and it's going to be quick. That's what she said. So let's do this. I love those lands. Adam Pickett, you are a fantastic artist. Wish I had them. Getting hold of those lands is nigh impossible unless they come on sale. So let's get Cloud. I'm going to search for, I think this time around, I want to make him beefy. But it's going to have to be... Draw a card, then you may cast a spell from your hand with mana value less than or equal to that damage. I'm gonna get Buster Sword, which is my favourite weapon from all Final Fantasy. I know it's a bit mid, and I know that it's a bit obvious choice, but I'd love the Buster Sword. Absolutely adore it. I'm not going to block, funnily enough. Okay, so we have some non for goodness sake, basic lands that they've played, so I will be able to get unblockable. We've made him indestructible, so next turn I'm thinking we add the we play Buster Sword. Or do we go big? So I can't. I need another land, really. Let's equip that for next turn. There's no point in attacking. I have no triggered ability, which would trigger an additional time, and they would just block. So I'm going to save him for blocking, and then I've got a little bit of defense from Cactus Folk Sure Shot. So they're going to get a load of plants. I'm going to stop for damage, so I'll take the 5. Okay, that's fair, and I'm going to attach Buster Sword. They obviously have a lot of blockers, but let's get rid of them, because next time a land comes in, it's going to become 4/4s. I think next turn is hopefully we get a land. That's where I'm falling this turn. If I can get a land down, then I'll play Lorien Brooch, and we'll end up with unblockable Cloud, which will then get me triggered abilities. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, I'm gonna be dead. GG. Good game. Yeah, can't defend that. Oh, they just got too big, too beefy, as I suspected they would. Maybe I should have saved Cloud, knowing that they would. Well, it would have been lethal anyway. Oh, that was a good win though. They had a good win. Good card. Okay, let's try again. And again, at least we've got some more white spells played for our daily task. Hello to new viewers. We're playing with Cloud today, who is my favourite Final Fantasy character of all time. And we're playing against Kotis, so really we're hoping for Boromir, which is in this deck, or Shadowspear. But there we go. We can hopefully play that prior to him getting protection for hexproof. So we're going to keep this. We've got a little bit of ramp. We've got some equipment, which is cheaper to equip. Oh, we've got Petraeus Humiliation as well. So let's get Cloud. We're going to search for, I think, making him indestructible. I'm going to get Mithril Coat, I think. Where are you? Did I just pass you? Mithril Coat. Let's get you. Next turn. No land. Pants. So I'm going to play you and yeah, hold up the Petraeus. I think obviously they've got a counter spell in hand. I think that's why they've not spent anything. So nice. They are trying to get card draw. Okay, so we've got 4 mana. That's not going to do anything. That will help me search, but I could give him. I'm going to give him destruction. We don't have any activated abilities here, but at least he's indestructible. And we're going to still hold up Humiliation for if that comes down next turn. Even if they have a Swiftfoot Boots or something like that. So now we can get rid of the ability there. And it dies. And then we can save Planar for next time. Okay, so let's get you down, and then we can start creating treasures. There we go. And so we're indestructible. We're going to create 2 treasures each time. So that means we can play Swiftfoot, and we can also equip it to make Cloud hexproof. Lovely, lovely, lovely turn there. That was good. Okay, and then we'll equip Dúnedain next turn, because that's only going to cost 3 to play and equip. Yes, and we've won it. GG! Coatis, you dick. Coatis is a horrible card. Horrible to play against. Lots of different ways to steal and make it hexproof and big and chunky and whatnot, but once you get rid of it they tend to give up quite quickly. So let's carry on. So for those that have just joined, we're streaming until 1 PM today. We're playing with Cloud, Midgar Mercenary, and he's a fantastic equipment commander. Is this deck good? No. Don't take my advice. Never take my advice. Am I going to make lots of misplays? Yes. Have I already? Yes. So if you like that, then stick around. I've added the deck list to the description if you're interested, but I would be completely understandable if you didn't. And that's fair. So we've got some good removal here. So let's get Cloud and let's search for some equipment. I think they can destroy target creature. They're going to have probably something like Swords to Plowshare. So I'm going to go for Hexproof, I think, although it doesn't have a triggered ability. So let's get Swiftfoot Boots down. Oh yeah, I forgot I'll need to... Let's get rid of some of our removal. I'm going to get rid of Glamdring actually, because I don't have that many instants and sorceries in this deck. I don't actually know why I put that in here. Maybe I should get rid. So next turn we will... Yeah, okay. Fair, totally fair. So we're not going to follow on with my plans next turn, so we will get that down. and we'll hold up the Betrayer. Any creature they play. Yep, fair. We can't. Let's get rid of their Planeswalker this turn. There you go. You can have another couple of map tokens for you. And then we'll play Shadowspear so we can give Cloud lifelink. So next turn we'll have the mana to play Cloud and then attach Swiftfoot Boots, and we'll search for, I'm going to go for Buster Sword, I think. And because we'll be able to attack, we'll be able to get the Eternal Wanderers. Hopefully get their power down a bit. But they are going to have, they have got double strike. Okay. Okay, let's play. So we're going to go for Buster Sword. I think because then that will we can start drawing cards and playing it for hopefully very cheap or free. And let's attach Swiftfoot, and I'm not going to attack because they have a double striker. But we'll get rid of that next turn. Although I imagine they're probably going to put another double striker on the board. So this is a Planeswalker deck. Don't know how this deck is going to do against the Planeswalker deck. And they've got a proliferator in the guise of Grateful Apparition. So they've now got a 3/3 double striker. I can't play, well I can play that, but then I can't attach it. Buster Sword I can play and attach, which will make him a 5/3, which against double strike won't do very well. I'm going to equip you to give you lifelink. I'm going to take you away, the Grateful Apparition, to stop you from proliferating, and then I'm going to get rid of your stuff. And then I can't attack because he's too weak at the minute. And we've got Elspeth, so we're going to be getting lots of tokens. Oh, they're going to be getting lots of tokens, should I say. I do have token enablers as well. So next turn I'm going to play Buster Sword and equip. They're definitely holding back. But we're going to have lifelink and a little bit of protection there. And they can still do lots of damage, so no attack. This is not going well. They're going to start giving their creatures +1/+1. They attack next turn, and I think I'm dead. Yeah. Yep. I think that's game over.
Make evil scared again.
GG, Elspeth. Yeah, against cards that go wide very quickly, this deck really relies on my commander. Lots of equipment, and I do have quite a few creatures in here, believe it or not. I've not really been pulling them though. But yeah, GG Elspeth. So let's see who we go. So we've played Elspeth, we've played Anugin, which we beat. We've played 1VV, and we've played Lightning, which went very fast, very quick. That card is a bit of a dick. It had lifelink. It has lifelink and first strike. Alicia Who Laughs is going to get stronger and bigger and bring cards back from the graveyard, and yeah, so we need to deal with it quite quickly. It has first strike very quickly, and it's only a 3 to get out, so we need to try and make Cloud big and beefy as soon as possible. Interesting. Interesting. So we've got a couple of equipment in our hand. I think maybe giving Cloud indestructible so we can protect that first strike. So, or Bitter Blossom, so they're going to lose a life each turn but creates a token. Okay, so let's go for Cloud and then let's get Mithril Coat, and then I'm going to keep Cloud back as a defender for now. Hopefully we'll be able to give him Vigilance as well at some point, so we'll pop that in hand. We're not going to attack, and it's their turn. I imagine we're going to see some removal here for Cloud, if I'm honest. But I think this deck's going to have a lot of removal. Especially because they know... Oh no, Blood Artist. Okay, so when a creature dies, whether it's on their side or mine, they will gain a life and I will lose a life. Great card. And I'm not going to block because... Yeah. So that's going to pair really well with Alicia. I'm still not going to attack. I'm going to save that block back. They're going to have lots of flyers soon. I think next I'm going to get the Buster Sword out. No, I'm not. I'm going to get Sword of Vengeance out and then equip it the turn after. Yeah. So I'm going to play Sword of Vengeance next. Let's give Cloud another sword other than Buster. Thank you for joining, and thank you very much for the likes. It's very much appreciated. We're playing with Cloud, Midgar Mercenary. I'm not sure what they're thinking about. Why they're not playing Alicia. Yeah, I think maybe they were banking on removal. So I can't protect the flyer, so I'm going to kill that and lose 1 life. 2 life because of the insect. So... Oh, I forgot about that. I'm an idiot. Oh, I forgot about the -1. Oh, I am an idiot. See, I told you there'd be misplays. Yeah, okay. Let's get you back on the board. And this time we will go for setting up for future. I think we need to go for hexproof. Unblockable. Let's give him unblockable. I'm not going to attack. And this turn I'm not going to block. It just is what it is. Yeah, that's frustrating. But I can give Cloud first strike and vigilance. So, yeah. Not next turn though, unfortunately. No, I'm not going to block because they'll just bring it back. I'm going to learn from that mistake. Can't believe I did that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to attach. I've got no land. I'm just going to have to attach this to you I've got nothing else that I could play. I'm going to get rid of... Let's get rid of... Oh, that gains me life. Let's get rid of you. I do have cards to bring artifacts back from the graveyard. So I'll be blocking Alicia, which is going to save me for a speck of time, but not that long. I still can't believe I did that. I'd have a vigilant, indestructible Sword of Vengeance right now. Hopefully we get a land. Yeah, we're going to protect Alicia from doing any damage. Or do I wipe the board? Yes. Yes, I do. I'm just going to reset. Let's all just have a reset and a think. That's going to really slow them down. Cloud's going to die. They're going to kill because of gnawing vermin. They are going to kill Cloud. And I am going to lose some life, unfortunately. But, yeah. Was it more than 10? Oh, I'm dead. I'd rather kill myself than be killed by that person. Yes, okay, I'm being a bit bitter, but still. Screw you, Alicia. Killing my Cloud. Yeah, have that. Great game, thank you very much. So, who are we going to get next? I know this deck's not going to win a massive amount of games. I've only won a couple of games. But it's about the fun, isn't it? So, we've now got 3 packs to open, so we'll do that now. And we have gone up the next level of the Mastery Pass. And we've got some nice gold. So I do like opening packs. It's my favourite thing to do on Arena. One of my favourite things to do on Arena, as well as play Magic, obviously. So I've been playing since November. I've been playing every day since November 2024, and I just love it. I've played Paper Magic since probably 5 years now. Okay, so we've got the Emperor of Palamecia and Gaius van Balzar. Okay. Interesting. We've got another town. What I'm really hoping for is Zephyroth. That's what I would really like. Let's see if we can pull a Zephyroth. Okay, so we've got a Moogle. Legendary creature Moogle. Target opponent gains control of another target permanent you control. If they do, you draw a card. Okay, we've got some cards that we've not seen before, like Merfolk Warrior. Exile this artifact, choose one, return target creature card with mana value 4 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Okay, that's quite good. Okay, and we've got another uncommon wild card there. And let's open the last one, and then I think we're going to open a mythic pack, see if we can, what mythic we can unlock. Probably one we've already got. Okay, Vanat. Heart of Hydaelyn. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Exile target non-land permanent, transform Vanat, and she transforms into a god that's indestructible. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a 1/1/1 counter on another target creature you control. Until your next turn, it gains indestructible if that creature is legendary. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. You know what? I really like her. I'm going to put her in the Cloud deck. I'm going to, yes, and then I'm going to buy a mythic pack. which I know playing limited is the best way to go to unlock cards and stuff, but I just enjoy opening packs. I can't help it, I'm sorry. So every stream, when I stream, I will be opening packs as well, if you enjoy that kind of thing. So something we've already got, and a Dark Knight's Greatsword, which would be awesome in Cloud's deck, but unfortunately it's not white, which sounds very racist. But let's add Aeronaut into this deck, and I'm going to remove... I know that Glamdring is an equipment, however, I don't have... I do have some sorcery, but not enough to justify Glamdring. So I'm going to get rid of Glamdring. And I'm going to add Aeronaut. There are a lot of legendary spells in this deck, so I think adding another creature, which playing this morning has shown that I'm not pulling a lot of creatures, I think will really help. So yeah, let's go back to the queue. Let's see what we get next for Mastery actually before that. So next up on the Mastery Pass we are going to get a alt art for Judge Magister, which... do I have that? I can't remember if I have that. And another Mastery Orb, which next time round I'm going to get the alt art for Zephyroth, just for when I hopefully do unlock Zephyroth, because that's the next mythic card I will be unlocking if I'm lucky enough to get the mythic. I also need to unlock the Vault, which I haven't done, which is taking quite a while. Right, so let's go back into the queue. Let's see if that makes a difference to our winning streak. Thanks again to the new viewers for joining, and thank you for the likes. Yes, thanks ever so much, Wax, for joining. Yeah, so you joined for the FF collab. It's such a good set. I mean, I was really excited for the Final Fantasy set, and I didn't think to play Arena, to be honest, because at the time I was going to be a free to play player. I couldn't really afford to put much towards it, so I spent the money on physical cards, and I didn't join Arena. I wish I had. I wish I'd joined Arena and been playing since Lord of the Rings. I mean, Final Fantasy is such a good set. Lord of the Rings, Tekka was an amazing set. The only thing I'm not happy with is that another set's coming out so quickly after this set. I wish they gave us more time with the Mastery Pass, with collecting cards before we get another set. It's just, yeah, it's a bit quick for my liking. So sorry, we're playing against Tatiova, who's a Merfolk Druid, and it's landfall. So whenever a land you control enters, you gain 1 life and draw a card. So they're going to get a lot of triggers, a lot of landfall, and we're going to get Lost Jitte, Lost Jitte. It's a legendary artifact, and we can choose to either untap target land, we can have target creature can't block, or we can put a +1/+1 counter. We've also pulled Elish Norn, just because I love Phyrexians. I love Elish Norn. That's going to make Cloud nice and beefy, and their opponents are going to lose creatures. Unfortunately, this is going to also get beefy as well. So it looks like we're going against a beefy deck. The good thing about Cloud, for those that don't know, that it's going to double the triggers of equipments that are attached to Cloud. So although Mithril Coat doesn't have a triggered ability, I'm going to play that because it will give Cloud indestructible. And then next time around, because it looks like they are going to probably kill it or send it back to my hand, I'm going to be playing searching for a card that gives Cloud vigilance, because that's going to hopefully stop them from wanting to attack. Next turn I'm going to attach... they've created a token. Okay. I was going to humiliate the Silent Hell Creeper, but they've now got a copy of it. So each turn they're going to be putting 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and they're going to be getting beefy. So let's see here. We've got an equipment, Mithril Coat. Let's attach it. Let's just make him uber strong. We can't block. So let's just attack. We may as well attack. Start getting damage in. Next turn we will attach Lost Jitte, and we will no, I'm going to equip Stormbeacon Blade. Actually, next turn, methinks. Whenever a quick creature attacks, draw a card. If you control 3 or more, attack. Oh no, yeah, but I don't have 3 more. Yeah. What I could do is, yeah, they're going to kill Jitte. Okay, fair. They may end up regretting that. I'm going to equip Goldvein Pick. If it does damage, then I get to create a treasure. So let's equip you. That's going to make Cloud a spec bigger. Totally agree with how fast a new set will be released. I myself am focusing to Final Fantasy set and hopefully to master it physical. After that, I will decide whether to play standard or just commander. Yeah, yeah. This is the first set that, since starting in November, this is the first set that I'm going to hopefully be getting every card for on here. I'd love to get the physical copies, but I just the price of them is just absolutely mental, and I think it's just going to rise and become silly. So yeah. But yeah, the sets are coming out too quickly. I know they're I think it's every 2 months, isn't it? So I think, like you, I'm going to just concentrate on Final Fantasy. I haven't seen, they've not released any spoilers for the next set, have they? Not that I've seen anyway. But yeah, I'm determined to get all the cards for Final Fantasy, just because I love it. Always have, since I got the PS1, back when I was sort of 12 and I got Final Fantasy 7. That just goes to show how old I am. But yeah, such great games. I've got a few. I've got the remake and Final Fantasy 14 and 10 on the PS5, which I've been playing on the Portal. I just love them. Yeah. Have you played all of the games as well, or is it just the Final Fantasy 7, or what's your favourite? Yeah, this Silent Hell Creeper's a bit of a nightmare, because what I could do is, if they save one to block, I could kill it. Yeah, I should have. What I'm going to do is, they're going to kill Goldvein, and I'm just going to kill that. So that will stop. If it comes in, it won't be able to destroy an artifact. And then next turn, we'll just get Stormbeacon Blade out. Yeah, the constant removal of... you know what? No, let's get Lifelink. Let's equip you. And we'll play Stormbeacon Blade to attach next turn. Okay, and let's get Cloud attacking. So, Indestructible, Lifelink and Trample. Unfortunately, no triggered abilities on that. Once we get to 7 mana, we'll get Elish out, and that will kill these two god-awful creatures. I was holding up the Petrier to get rid of Tatayova's ability. I imagine we're going to be seeing a lot of... yeah, now we've got protection. That's okay. So I'm not going to attack, so we're going to have Cloud as a blocker. That's very expensive to... No, let's make Cloud bigger. Was that whenever it attacks I draw a card? Or... yeah, let's get some card draw. Let's see what else we can pull. I know it's not going to do any damage to them, but I'll get to draw 2 cards. Oh, I won't because I'm not attacking. Oh, I'm an idiot. See, it's misplays. That's all they ever do is just play misplays. So annoying. I'm such an idiot. Okay, now I don't have any blockers. Fine. Fine. Hopefully we'll get another land next turn. If not, we'll get a tear down. Which is going to go down by another 3, I imagine. They will also lose life. I think we're probably going to see a hoof at some point as well, which is going to be a bit of a nightmare. One more land and we can get Elish out. But if not, yeah, we're getting another creature, that's fine. We need to get Elish Norn out before those become an issue. Oh, great. And they get another turn. Of course. That's the problem with blue. Extra turns, counter spells. I'm sure they'll have another way to get that from the back from the battlefield, from the graveyard as well. Yeah. Told you. And now they'll play it again. Have another turn, attack again. So we're going to be here for a while. What do you got? Come on. Extra turn. And I imagine they'll have another way to bring that back from the graveyard. So be prepared, this game might be going for some time. Draw a card. Great copy. No. Come on, we need that land. Are there any exile spells in blue and green? I don't think there are there? I mean, maybe they are. There are. I can't think of any off the top of my head. So their turn, they've had to throw cards away because they don't have anything to give unlimited cards in their hand. Attack for the 2, which I can't do anything about. I'm really hoping for mana. If they don't get another turn, hopefully I'll still be able to get life this turn, get back that 6 life. Starting with you, each player votes time for time or money. For each time vote, take an extra turn after this one. For each money vote, choose a permanent owned by the voter and get control of it. You know what? This game's going to go on too long. I'm going to concede. It's too long. I want to get my daily tasks done and play. I don't want him taking control, and I don't want him taking 2 extra turns. So we're going to concede and move on to the next one. I don't like conceding as a general rule, but I'd rather just play rather than just sit here and watch them do stuff for the next 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm only streaming for another 50 minutes, so yeah, I'd rather just do that instead. Okay, welcome to new viewers. Thank you for joining, I really appreciate it. If you've got any advice for changing the deck list is in the description. Please feel free to drop a comment. I'm always up for suggestion, dependent on what wild cards I have, which at the minute is only a couple of uncommons and a couple of commons. Okay, so we've got Guide of Souls for life gain. We've got Lorien Brooch for unblockable, for land walk, which will help because I imagine they're going to be playing unbasic lands. We've got Lamb because we'll be playing a lot of non-creature spells. So yeah, let's go for it. And apologies about my chair. It's making some noises that may sound like a fart, but I promise I am not. Well, I am, and I often do, but not this time. Alright, so let's get Guide of Souls down. Hopefully we can make Cloud flying with +1/+1 counts on him. That would be great. I think next turn we'll be searching for Hexproof because they're playing white, black and blue deck, so they may have exile spells that they want to play. They're definitely going to have removal. So, and what's great with this hand is we've got token generators, so hopefully we can get the tokens in. Where are you, Swiftfoot? Let's bring you in. Hopefully we can get some tokens in, which is going to increase Guide of Souls, and then we can give him flying. But I need to get Swiftfoot Boots down to give him that protection this turn. So let's play you and then get you attached. And we may as well attack for 2. Unfortunately, there's no abilities of Swiftfoot Boots, so that's not going to trigger an additional time. Okay, maybe I should have gone for Mithril, but at least I can search for another equipment, and I'm going to go for Mithril Coat this time to give him that indestructible. So pity he's not going to get flying and +2/+2, but giving him that protection is going to be great. And we'll also be able to attach Swiftfoot as well, so he'll be indestructible and hexproof. So this is going to be... Yeah, okay, fair. Okay, so let's get you out. Are they going to counter it? No. Do they have a destroy spell that they can play? You know what, let's get you out as well. Just in case they start getting me. To be fair, it's fair. It's fair that they killed him. He would become a problem to deal with. Okay, so we've got Bendikita and Cecil. Both of them have lifelink. At the beginning of each of your post-combat main phase, you gain life and blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. Right. I'm going to pop you down first, and I'm going to search for... let's give him vigilance. Let's give him vigilance, trample, and all that good stuff. I'm going to attack you here to bring you down. They won't defend because they won't want to lose their creature. Maybe I could do next turn, if I get another land, I could do yeah, so they've got one Cavern of Souls which can create any. Let's destroy you. Okay, they're going to gain 2 life. I could play that and equip that, which is going to give it first strike, vigilance, trample, and haste.
You belong to me now.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah. I don't know if this is the right choice. Right. Bye-bye, Sorin.
One day.
They've got some 2/3/3 flyers that are just going to get bigger. So I'm going to lose the 6. But that's okay. That's really annoying. So that would be 4 and 2. I could attach that. It deals 2 damage to any target, so I could start taking them out. Or I could attach Mithril Coat and Swiftfoot. I'm going to attach you. I'm going to attach you because he's going to give all my creatures hexproof. Yeah, I don't know whether that was the right call. Right, I'm gonna attach that to attack me for 10. That's a lot. Oh, indecision. Okay. Okay, so he's gonna get haste. I'm going to attach you to you. I'm going to attach you to you. And attack you for 1. Yeah, I misplayed that completely. Did I have fun? Yes. Yes, I did. So we're going to be streaming until 1 PM today. Thank you ever so much for joining and liking and commenting. It's really, really appreciated. I love Magic, and that's why I'm playing. Yeah, for those new, I've been playing Paper Magic for about 5-6 years now. Started playing in November last year. I absolutely love Lord of the Rings set. I love Final Fantasy. I really loved the last set, To Care. Yeah, looking forward to the next sets. Just wish the next set wasn't so soon. It feels like you barely get time to, really get to grips with cards and stuff before you're already having to learn new cards. Okay, this is a good hand. We've got Waystone's Guidance, which is going to give everything mobilised. That pairs really well with Thunderbond. I wanted to be able to go wide, but also let's get Soulcleaver out because that's going to give vigilance. And obviously also have the equipment. We're playing against another cloud, so it's going to be a race to the finish here. So I'm going to play Cloud, and I'm going to search for I think indestructible. I think giving him indestructible and vigilance is going to really hurt their game plan, because their attacking is going to be difficult. So I'm going to attach you to you, then I'm going to play you, and I don't think they're going to want to get rid of their commander. Oh, they are. Okay, interesting. Interesting. I did not think that's what they were going to do. Ah, good going. Extraction Specialist is very good in this deck. I'm gonna Arcane Signet, and then I'm gonna play Waystone's Guidance. What are they going to do? They're going to get 4 life is what they're going to do, and take me for 4, which is fine. Okay, so we're going to play you, and you're going to get mobilized, so he's going to give me tokens each turn, and we're going to search for I think that's a very good equipment. It gives it first strike and lifelink, and we're going to equip you to you. I imagine they're going to kill it. They are really slowing me down. But that's okay, because this turn I'm going to play Thunderbond. And we want to give him have they got any? Yes, they have got a special land, so let's give him Land Walk as well. Okay, if they don't kill him this turn, which I imagine they're going to do, I'm not going to block. Yeah, decline. GG, you've won. I was going to lose that. Good game, Cloud. You beat me to it. Yeah, frustrating, but it is what it is. Really, we need to be... I mean, I could have, I guess, attached Thunderbond to another creature, but it would have died again. So, GG. Let's move on to the next one. Thank you for joining. I'll be streaming for another 35 minutes. So come and join me as I misplay and make terrible, terrible decisions. But it's fun doing that. You know, it adds a bit of flavour, a bit of spice. So we're playing against Cheval, Bane of Monsters, which is black-green. I'm not sure what Cheval does. We have a Cavern of Souls, but we're not playing against blue, so it shouldn't be a problem anyway. We've got a bit of ramp. We've got the Buster Sword, and we've got Ashy, which will help us search for oh, Death Touch. Okay, so we're definitely going to need that. And we pulled the ultimate weapon. When Cloud comes in, we'll be searching for Mithril Coat, and we'll get him protected the next turn. Because that's important against Death Touch. So let's get Cloud down, and let's search for Mithril Coat. Leyline is fantastic. It's superb when it's in your opening hand. Where were you? I just went straight past you, didn't I? Mithril Coat, there you are. Okay. So I'm going to have to go down to 1. I'm going to get rid of Cavern of Soul. Well, yeah, but then I won't be able to play unless I get a land. Do I risk it for a biscuit? That's going to... I'm going to get rid of the ultimate weapon. I have got ways to bring artifacts back from the graveyard, so I'm hopeful that I can find one of them and replay that at a later stage, but it's so expensive that it's going to take time. So they've got a tapped treasure that's going to come in tapped. So let's get Cavern of Souls down. So you're going to be human, because that's what this deck mostly comprises of, and we're going to do Mithril Coat. And if we get another land, we can then so at the beginning of your upkeep, if your opponents control no permanents with bounty counters on them, put a bounty counter on target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls. Whenever a permanent an opponent controls with a bounty counter on it dies, you gain 3 life and draw a card. So we'll not attack because there's no point. Next turn, unless they exile it, but then it won't die. Unless I have to sacrifice it, and then it will die. Oh, I bloody hate sacrificing. Okay, so that does that. So they're going to get a lot of draw cards. I imagine I'm going to be sacrificing. They're going to have ways to bring that back. So I think I need to just get other creatures on the board. Or I could board wipe and just slow them down a spec. Yeah, I'm gonna board wipe if we get another mana. Just slow them down. Yeah, let's board wipe. Yoink. There you go. You can all shit off. Okay, so next turn then, we'll play Cloud. We'll search for a. Whenever a player casts a spell, that player discards a card. For God's sake. I'm going to play you. I'm going to discard a card, obviously, and I'm going to discard the Arcane Signet. That should be banned. That's not good at all. And I want to get let's get Swiftfoot Boots to give him protection. They're gonna play their. Oh, but they have to discard a card as well. Okay, makes sense. Why would you play that? That next will be Grave Pact, I imagine. Unbelievable. I'm going to play you. And I will discard. I'm going to play you to get you out. I need to get an empty hand, really. And then I'm going to. Then I'm going to discard you. Oh, just put coffee down my stomach, silly goose. Then I'm going to play you. And I'm going to discard you. If I've got nothing to discard, then that's how I'm going to plan on beating that stupid thing. Oh, I love both those cards so much. But I'd rather have Buster Sword. So let's play you. Yeah, let's discard that. Next. No attacks. End turn. One of them's going to get a counter so that they can draw cards. At least I can sacrifice Zack and give something else. Give something else indestructible, which is always good. Hopefully we'll get a land next turn so Cloud can come back out. If not, I'm going to attach Mithril Coat and Buster Sword to Zack Fair. They're thinking. They don't have a massive amount of mana, but then nor do I. But then they don't know I don't have. Oh no, they do know I don't have mana because I've got no cards in hand. I'm such an idiot. Come on, what do you got? Yeah. So we may as well make target creature indestructible. They have to discard another card. I'm going to play Soul Warden. And then I'm going to equip you to you. And I'm not going to attack. Next turn, Buster Sword's going on to Guide of Souls. Unless they exile it or get me to sacrifice, but then I would sacrifice Soul Warden because Guide of Souls is going to give me my other creatures flying, hopefully. So, yeah, interesting. You can no longer attack with Shovel because I'll just defend it with Guide of Souls. Guide of Souls is going to be getting bigger this turn. You can't destroy a indestructible artifact. I don't know why they tried to do that, but at least they gave me another land, so that's good for me. And they've conceded. And I thought I was bad at misplays. GG. Okay, one more. Who we got next? So that's another win. We've already done our daily task for today, playing white creatures, so we've done that. So let's go back into the queue and see who we're going to go up against. We've only got 400 gold and only 10 gems. I really want some more wild cards, but they're just so expensive. I think the cheapest bundle is like, you get 4 gold and 4 mythic for 22, I think. And that would get a lot. That would be good, but it's just so expensive for, you know, when I've already spent out for the mastery pass. Okay, so we've got some removal. We've got some land walk, which makes our creatures, and we've got Boromir to stop any free spells. I'm going to keep this hand. We have Runo Stromkirk, who is a blue-black. When Runo enters, put up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard on top of your library. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top of your library. You may reveal that card. If a creature card with mana value 6 or greater is revealed this way, transform him into a flying horror. Whenever Crothus attacks, create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of another target attacking creature. If that creature is a Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus or Serpent, create 2 of those tokens instead. Okay, as soon as that comes down, we're getting rid of the abilities. But we have time to get Cloud down and search for that Indestructible, I think. I think Mithril Coat's the way to go. Yes, they'll be able to return Cloud back to my hand, but then we can then look for the for the hexproof spell. So let's give him Indestructible. That's got no triggered abilities, so it's not going to do anything for us at the minute. And that's got landfall. Whenever, oh no, if it attacks, you create an 8 blue octopus. No, let's get rid of. Let's deal with that actually. Yes, we're going to deal with that. Oh yeah, but I do want to give it. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to play that, which is going to give him vigilance, and then we're going to make Kiora do none of that stuff. You're not having no octopuses, bro. You can do one. Okay, and then next turn we can play Boromir. Does he play stuff for free? Was that right? Oh no, they're creating tokens. No blocks. That's going to make Cloud bigger. What have you got? Ward 1. Yes, and we'll submit one. And we'll auto pay that. And we'll attack for 4. It can still do its abilities, but at least it's going to stop them from doing 2 damage each turn. Okay, so I think next turn let's start making those okay, let's kill you. And that's going to make Cloud bigger. Lovely stuff. Ooh. No, I want him to have an ability. So let's equip you. Because he's going to double the treasure tokens. They're going to pay 1 life. Do they have... Are they looking for a counter? Have they got a counter spell? No. Okay, that comes in tapped, so that's fine. Next turn we'll make him unblockable because they have non-basic lands. Okay, and we're going to attack for 7. We get those 2, so we're going to pay that. We can't equip it this turn, but because we've sacrificed a treasure, at least Cloud's getting beefier. Okay, what have they got? Planeswalker.
lives in the depths.
Are they going to be able to stop? Untap target creature or land, prevent all damage that would be dealt to and dealt by this permanent until your next turn. Okay, fair. That is fair. So what we could do is let's get Boromir out. Do I have I don't have a way to give him haste or make him bigger. But next turn I could move those over to him. So at least we've got another creature. He's not going to do any damage, so that's fine. Does it prevent combat damage? Prevent all damage? Okay, that's fine.
Control the flow of battle here.
So I'm going to attach the equipment to Boromir. Okay. Let's attach you to you. Let's attach you to you. And let's attach you to you. And then let's suck that. That's going to get a +1/+1. And let's do that to your face. To your face. But it's unblockable, so even no matter what creature they put down, it's unblockable. Keep Cloud alive, and then okay, they've got vigilance anyway, so that's fine. And I get 2 treasure tokens. Let's get a green and give it a +1/+1. End turn. Okay, so what are they going to do next? Fair. Fair, what can I say? What we need is haste. And they've won. GG. It's one of those times where you think they've done it, and then blue player returns everything to your hand like a fucking dick. But I'm not mad. I'm happy for them. Very, very happy for them. Okay, I think we can squeeze in one more game. So that's what we're going to do. Hopefully it's a winning game. I've only won 3 games today, but it's not about the winning, folks. It's about the taking part that counts. Hopefully it's not against blue. Green-white, Ajani, the Great-Hearted, gives you creatures vigilance and adds +1/+1 whenever. You can either give them +1/+1 or I can't remember the other ability, but we're going to keep that. We've got Soul Warden. This is probably going to be a very heavy creature deck, so it can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature, and you can gain 3 life. So let's play you and get Soul Warden down. This deck's going to be very creature heavy. White, and green, so we're going to see the likes of the Hoof. We're going to see, I imagine, Throprindel. Mistweaver Pock. We're going to see lots of Ramp. Maybe Elish Norn. All sorts of good stuff. We have got a creature that can destroy an enchantment or artifact, so we'll keep that. We do have ways to nullify planeswalkers in this deck, so hopefully we'll pull that when we can. They're going to have, and already have, a non-basic land. I'm going to give Cloud +1/+1 every time we sacrifice something, I think, or something dies. So, and we've also can get rid of Indestructible. So we've got ways of getting bigger, getting lifelink, getting rid of Indestructible. So hopefully we can stick to our plan. So I'm going to stick you to you. And then we're going to attack for... I'm not going to attack for that because they could have a flash. Yeah. There. Okay, waited till I attacked. That's fine. But it means that we can search for another card. They're going to have Path to Exile in there. So I'm thinking maybe Hexproof is what we're going to need. Yeah, there's Pock. He's going to duplicate their lands, so I'm going to get rid of him. Sorry bro, but too powerful a card. And then let's set up for the next turn, and no attacks. At least we got life off the Pock. Next turn I'm going to get Cloud down. I could even get rid of their Chrome Mox. So they're going to have 2/2. I'm going to get 2 life, so that's okay. Okay, I'm going to play a Plains and let's get Cloud down. That's one thing I don't have in this deck is 0 cost equipment. So we're looking for triggered abilities. I think we want Hexproof. So let's get Cloud some Hexproof, and then next time round we will look at getting Cloud indestructible, because he's going to have the vigilance from the Soulcleaver, and he's going to have lifelink from Shadowspear. So yeah, let's see what we can do. Okay, so this is definitely going to be a Planeswalker deck then, I think. So they're going to create a 2/2. Whenever you gain life, they're going to get +1/+1. So that's annoying. Ajani Pridemate is an annoying card. They're going to draw a card. That's okay. I'm not going to block. It's going to gain life. No blocks. Pass. And there we go. My turn. Ooh, Elish Norn. Right. What's that do? So that's an artifact vehicle. When it enters, it's going to create... Whenever Elish attacks, creates a token that's a copy of target token. Okay. We're not going to be able to do all stuff, so I'm going to equip you for you. I'm going to equip you for you. I'm going to pay 3 life. I'm not going to get rid of any of their enchantments, and I'm going to equip you for you, which is going to give me a token, and then I'm going to attack you with you. So yes, Cloud's going to die, but that's good because we're going to get some triggers, which, yeah, I didn't think about that, and they already have a Pride Mate. Yes, I did not think about that at all.
Steadfast in all your ways.
But I can... They're going to give their creatures +1/+1. +1/+1. They're going to have vigilance. Yeah. I've messed this. I've messed it. I shouldn't have attacked. I shouldn't have attacked. Yeah. No, I'm not going to block. I have life now, so... No blocks. Let's get Cloud back in. And let's search for... let's make him unblockable. So next turn I will block. They're going to give them +1/+1. They're still going to have vigilance. And now they're getting more. So yeah. GG, I'm going to call it, guys. I messed it. I shouldn't have attacked. Misplay. Oh, I'm such an idiot every time. Every time. But we can fit one more game in. We've still got 10 minutes. So, one more game. Let's see if we can make it a winner. Cloud isn't the best deck, and it's definitely not a winner. I know there's ways to optimise this. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to leave me a comment. And I will definitely look into it, because I love Cloud. The next stream is either going to be Vincent Valentine or Cloud Strife. Oh, and I've just noticed I called this one Cloud Strife, and I'm not playing with Cloud. I am playing with Cloud Strife, but it's not Cloud Strife. This time I'm playing with Cloud Midgar Mercenary. Next time it will be with Cloud Strife, which is a red all-colour deck. Again, it's not going to be a good deck, but it'll be a fun deck to play with. So, because it's all colour, I get to play with all my favourite cards. So, yeah. Okay, that's good. We've got some ward giving and some haste enabling. So, we're playing against Voja. He's going to get big and beefy. He's got ward 3. He is a very difficult card. He has good synergy with elves. This is going to be an elves deck that's going to get big. It's going to get fast. There's going to be lots of ramp, lots of removal, and it's going to be hard to deal with. But I believe, folks, I believe that we can do it, and we will. Maybe. Not entirely sure why they're holding up priority, but let's get Lavaspur Boots out. That's going to give us that little bit of protection. I'm going to not play Cloud this turn, because we can protect him next turn. I'm going to instead start making that plan. So next turn is going to be Cloud, attach Lavaspur Boots, and then be able to attack. So that's the plan. They've ramped, and it's more ramp. We know they're not going to block because they want their ramp. They need their ramp. Do we get rid of it? I'm going to search for... I want Vigilance, but I also want Hexproof and Indestructible. I want Indestructible. Lots of their removal is going to be Indestructible, so let's equip you to you, and let's attack. Now, they can either block and lose their ramp or not, and they chose not to, which is fantastic for me. Okay, so next turn I'm going to make him indestructible, unless he's already dead, which hopefully he won't be. Ideally I'd like to get Yeah, they're thinking about it. Are they going to Swords to Plowshare? You're going to have to pay that twice. Damn it. Okay, totally fair. Totally fair. I'm going to play you. I'm going to attach you to you, and then I'm going to attack him for 2. Why not? And then, next turn, I'm going to play Cloud again and instantly give him haste. Or we could start making them bigger. They're going to get bigger. Do I play Elspeth Stormslayer? So we've got... let's go for Vigilance. So let's go for... ooh. Let's... and let's attack in. Then next turn we're going to play Mithril Coat. Could be that they have some more removal, which they do. Going to put a +1/+1 counter on him. He's big, he's beefy, he's got haste, he's an 8/7. Ward is... so I'm going to play you. I'm going to attach you. Then I'm going to get you to search. It's going to make him bigger, and because something's gone... oh, we've got to get lost next. Then I'm going to sacrifice this token, make him even bigger, get lost, and then we're going to exile the elf. And then we're going to attack with a 9/7. Do they take it, or do they give up their commander themselves? Good question. And maybe I should have been hasty there and held back. But... I really wanted to attack. Yeah, okay, we're losing Cloud. They don't have that much ramp now. Have they got a way to make it indestructible? No, I don't think they will. I'm surprised they are defending, to be honest. So, goodbye. We're going to take action there. And then next turn, we're going to play Elspeth, I think. Start making stuff bigger. Create tokens, make the tokens big. Hopefully get some more mana. Oh, yeah, if there's more mana. Good question. I probably did that wrong. So that's going to give all their creatures ward. You can attack for 1. I'm not going to. For 4. I'm not going to block. But it's also going to put a land back in their hands. going to do that. I have to play Cloud. I have to. Let's make him unblockable. They do have good lands. We may as well attack. And then next turn we add these 3 to make him bigger. If they don't kill him, which they may well do. Do they have the mana to play Voja again? And also they're going to get double the I could kill that enchantment, to be fair. So things are now uncounterable, and they come in with either a +1/+1, or they can be. Oh, for frick's sake! Okay, going for a change of plan. I'm not going to be able to get Cloud out again, so I'm going to play Adeline. I'm going to attach. I'm going to not do that. I'm going to attach the boots. Then we're going to attack. That creates a token. That's going to get a +1. Okay. Then I'm going to play Mithril Boots. No, next is going to be Shadowspear. Maybe I should have got rid of that enchantment. Yeah, I'm going to have to block. I have no choice but to block. Change of plan again. Okay. So that's got Ward 1. Yeah, I'm dead. Dead. GG! It would have been nice to have won the last game, but Cloud is just not going to get us there today. They could have just attacked, they chose not to. That's bad. I do not agree with that. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching this video and watching this live stream, should I say. This was Cloud. Was he good? No. Not for me, because I am a terrible decklist person and Magic player. But I'm sure there is so many more cards out there that could make him so much better. I don't have many wild cards, so being able to do that has been very difficult. I think maybe I need to add more creatures. I think trying to get Cloud equipped, he's just too vulnerable too quickly, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to think about it though over today and maybe make some changes. But thank you ever so much for watching. Next live stream is Friday at 11 AM, so I will see you then. Thanks ever so much. Bye bye now.